Hello, everybody. If anybody's here yet, probably not, is my guess. We are live with the Online Sports Championship 2024 Season 2 mid-season playoffs. Tonight we're just doing the upper bracket finals. That is a best-of-5 series featuring MaxPax and ByuN. A little PVT. And two of the best players of both races in the world, and among two of my favorites. Guys, if you want to help OSC Esports out, please go to ko-fi.com/OSC Esports. Welcome, Maples. And in chat, for those on the VOD, because it's why we're mostly doing this for YouTube, but actually, let's be real, my stuff's all live usually. And otherwise, OSCesports.com is their website. Maples is first in chat. Wow. I think that's the first time that's happened in the history of me doing streaming on any platform. Alright, guys. Let's see here. Maybe I'll give it just a minute or two so we don't just get right into it. I can show you a little bit about OSC first before we get into the video. And we will take a look at all the stuff they have. Granted, this is hecka light colored. This is their website. And if we go to the world rankings, oh sorry, Hall of Fame and records, this is where it's more interesting. Maples, finally we get the sub. Thank you for the subscription, Maples. And as you can see, 2023's was Dark, second place hero, 3 solar, MaxPax the year before, ByuN second place the year before. Going back, we see ByuN all over the place. Hello, Mr. Green. Welcome. I'm gonna actually I should have put out a PSA that I'm probably not gonna address chat, but guess what? We aren't gonna. Maples actually gets his name in the subscription pop up in the video. Well, let's get into it. So apologies if I'm not addressing everybody today in the chat. All right, so, and do me a favor. We're going to dislike, unsubscribe, and unfollow on my Kick and Twitter. That's all right, you heard right. All right, we're getting into game number 1 here. And these were played just a bit ago. Again, best of 5. Oh, best of 5 series. Excuse me, guys. Game doesn't seem to be picking up. You have to excuse me here. I've not used the scene in a minute. I had to adjust some things. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ley Lines in the blue Protoss probes. Give it up for MaxPax. And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner from Shopify Rebellion in the red, ByuN, the Terran man. MaxPax, of course, from Storm Gaming. A little thrown off here by my camera coming on at first, but that's all right. MaxPax is going for a Pylon Gate Scout. The old 17 Pylon Gate Scout. ByuN actually looks like he's doing the eBay block. He's going to be scouted. Is he? Oh, no, he's not. It's more than likely an eBay scout. ByuN's not doing like a proxy gate, which we've proxy racks rather, like we've seen him do recently, like in the Stego Monday. Just this week. All right. Everything's gonna look pretty normal to MaxPax, who's not quite ready to drop his core yet, as his gateway's just finishing up. And we'll see what happens here. Gonna happen is he's gonna have to take a triangle base or fight this off. MaxPax, I mean, he could take linear as well. He could take 4th. Just kidding. Does mess with the SCV and behind it. MaxPax got a little bit of damage on one SCV. Got a little scout. That's about it. Gate Scout's not going to give you a ton of time to really harass the racks. It's building the first one, that is. ByuN just going for a high ground CC. It's nothing really that cheeky other than forcing the triangle third out of ByuN. Not even a very aggressive, like a double gas build. Not saying that it's very aggressive, but very much in the meta. It's just could be okay. Barracks Factory, so probably just going 1-1-1. He could go 2-1-1. Being that he's ByuN, it sounds crazy in PvP, but ByuN's been known to do it in pretty much every matchup. I've even seen him do it in TVTs lately, which is strange. Not like immediate lately, but the last year, he's definitely not even close to the meta. All right, Adept is gonna finish the Shade Reaper, making its way up. Second Adept on the way, so MaxPax opening double Adept for now. Looks like he's going for a Stargate or something, or he's just trying to hide his tech, which is more likely. All right, MaxPax chasing this Reaper down. Proxy gating. Whoa. Okay, wasn't expecting this. MaxPax with a huge gas bank. Where's the Twilight? Where's the Robo? Where's the anything? Where's the A moves? See what happens here as we get into this. Right. One second. All right, Adept shading its way back. Stalker is going to intercept the Reaper. We'll see what happens from here, as it is going to be semi-successful, at least being annoying. Gets a probe. Still, in all that time, I feel like there would be a few probes lost for many players. Not Maximus Paximus. 4 Adepts. Whoa, this is reminding me of, like, the Parting Adept Twister, but there is a Widow Mine here, which could be actually very annoying. Oh, wait, what? Oh, 2 Widow Mines. Not like this, MaxPax. MaxPax took the bait. ByuN very intelligent right there, honestly. It was kind of a build order thing, and he did 2-1-1. Well, no, he 1-1-1. It almost looked like a 2-1-1. Jade's going through either way, with the medevac or not. The Adepts and the Stalkers getting some decent work done. Blink is on the way. There's no robotics facility just yet for Maximus Paximus. Well, Adept is going to eat the Widow Mine shot again, so that's every Adept. I think that didn't go exactly perfect for MaxPax, to say the least. ByuN playing kind of scared in the sense of economically there. This is the old school Cyclone, so it's pre-patch Cyclone, rather. So that's why he didn't have the tech left. Not the old school one we're on currently. They reported it back to like 2019. All right, well, tried to, and then proceeded to maybe break the game somewhere. Whoa! It triggers the Widow Mine hit. That was actually not too bad. Did lose the Stalker to the Liberator. MaxPax being a little too aggressive here, I feel. He's lost the bulk of his Stalkers. Yeah, he's getting some damage, kinda, but I don't really like this. MaxPax is just throwing away the Stalkers left and right. Oh, man. Maximus Paximus, what are we doing, Chief? Blink's just now... He didn't even have Blink. He was so aggressive. And honestly, that very much favored ByuN. ByuN only lost 1 probe. As much as it kind of was like okay trades to a point, that absolutely does favor ByuN. And MaxPax even losing the proxy, it looks like, maybe. Ay. Not an ideal start for the Prince of Denmark here, Mr. MaxPax. All right, ByuN with a big tank push, too. Big relative to what we're looking at on the Protoss side of things. No charge, 1 immortal. He's got a couple Blink Stalkers. He's trying to get a 3rd base. The Liberator coming in. And he only has, no, the Warp Gate's still there. MaxPax kind of chasing him on the back, though. It's kind of funny. And he has some high ground. The medevac's away. You don't see that every day. All right. I guess MaxPax doing a good job delaying ByuN, if nothing else, but not really getting anything super substantial in terms of damage. ByuN does have the high ground. MaxPax is going to back off. Another mortal coming down. I really think MaxPax should have went into charge myself. A little bit of a misread. ByuN just going into stim at this point. See what happens. All right. Maxi McPaxi, a little over extended earlier on. Is now feeling like he's in an okay spot to defend this. ByuN stim is a ways away yet, and MaxPax is going to counterattack. Sort of. I don't know what ByuN's doing. ByuN playing a little whimsically here. MaxPax going into a Colossus charge and a Forge. Extended thermal lance behind it. See what happens here in this kind of scrappy game number. Game number 1 looking a little dicey. MaxPax really going for a 4th base. He's going for... Guys, he's crazy. He's crazy. You know what? He's... The 3cc Terran. No Observer. There's no sentries for hallucinations to scout. MaxPax, it looks like he's really postured for it, if nothing else. Yeah, I mean, he's not rushing it. Now I don't hate it as much. Like, he doesn't have to... He could take a 4th. The army supply is not, like, horrible, but at this point, it's going to be a stem in 1-1. But behind it, no combat shields, no concussive shells. Strange game. Alright, is my title correct in things, guys? I thought it was, but... Might have to check that out in between here. Alrighty. Looks to me like MaxPax's supply is actually growing larger than ByuN's. And he's going to take the 6 o'clock position, 4th base. ByuN does manage to land his 3rd, just now getting his orbital, and he's... Now, they're looking pretty even Stevens and workers and such. ByuN is going to have superior upgrades as 1-1's finishing up here in a minute. Combat shields and concussive do finish relatively quick, so for them to be researched at the same time, and that'd be something else. Alrighty. Mountain Zealots kind of flanking into the left side. Stalkers in the center. We'll see what happens here. As we have like the most clumped up group of 4 siege tanks I think I've ever seen from ByuN. Second Forge finishing up for Maximus Paximus. And he's at 73 workers. I don't know if he's actually going to probe more. Yeah, he's continuing to probe. Don't hate it. Even getting a 5th base now. ByuN is dropping a 4th, so everything's like pretty normal timing for this. For this juncture. There's one dead Marine if I ever saw one. His name was Charlie. Saying that so my cat wakes up. Used to be a jerk because he wakes me up every morning for food, you know. Alright, medevac is going to be sniped. It's just the leading medevac. A little bit to see where MaxPax's army was, but was probably expecting a little bit more out of the micro of ByuN than we saw, but still, a little bit of a scrappy game, but we cannot deny that both players are in a pretty good spot. MaxPax ahead in terms of economy, etc. To a point. I mean, it's kind of like even, but he's been leading there, just catching up on upgrades with the techs there. Ghosts are out, more in production. We do have an armory coming for ByuN, so he's finally going to be able to go into 2-2. MaxPax going into +2 ground weapons and +1 ground armor with a Shadow Stride behind it. He's not, the forecast is not stormy, folks. Welcome, Abel Bacon and Draquette. I'm trying not to be super chat addressy, but because we are on YouTube. No, we're not on Kick today for this event. It's YouTube exclusively. Alright, Zealots hammering away in the main base. MaxPax getting some good damage. 9-10 SCVs, a Dark Templar getting some work done as well, but it does ultimately go down to the 2 Ghosts. The Ghost overpowering it. ByuN, does he notice the Observer? He does not. MaxPax could actually, like, leave this here. Alright, the scan just barely misses the Observer. MaxPax even saves the probes and pulls them somewhere. Now I'm going to take another 5th. His second 5th. Just in case, because he's going to, like, forfeit this if need be. Only losing a pylon. MaxPax with some big Zealot run bys. Catches it goes, but it's going to eat a big Widow Mine shot. Oh, yeah. Bong Areno. Welcome, Tater Tutor. I figured for now, when we're in between games, I can talk to you guys a little bit. But I'm trying to my best to make this for YouTube. So guys, if you're new to YouTube, you're new to this channel, rather, on YouTube, do me a favor. Smash that like and subscribe button, both buttons if you could. You'd be a superhero. You'll go from being a hero to a superhero. MaxPax going into disruptor production 2 at a time. Behind this, army supply massively in favor of ByuN at the moment. MaxPax is going to continue his upgrades. Those ByuN's just now going into 2-2. He's had that armory for a bit. He's had to make some decisions, but this will eventually favor MaxPax for a bit. Subscribe harder. Yes, I agree with Tater Tutor in YouTube chat. Subscribe harder, guys. Alright. Now, MaxPax hold positioning all his zealots. I don't know about that. I mean, it's kind of smart in a way. He doesn't just have them die. He lost a couple. Kind of makes sense. Some zealots trying to get a run by over here, but ByuN with some decent SimCity at the left side of his third base location. MaxPax has had this proxy this whole game, so if this goes unchecked, he can continue to use this all game. All we're missing is another proxy gate right there. MaxPax is just all the setup. I really wouldn't hate him getting a Templar Archives. I know it sounds crazy. Obviously, Stargate transitions are normal at this point. If nothing else for feedback, but... Our Disruptor is going to fall short. There's not a lot of Stalkers here. In fact, there's not a lot of anything that shoots up. There's a Sentry and 2 Stalkers, so 1 Colossi is basically going to be sent to the grave. MaxPax does have a bunch of units here. It's ByuN. Just saturates his 4th base, finally. MaxPax might want to air transition, actually. Like, I mean, Storm wouldn't be bad. I know there's Ghosts. For all you naysayers out there, you can still make things happen, but at the very least, some Tempest would be kind of nice. Dark Templar here. Oh, the EMP just whiffs. Nice micro by MaxPax. Narrowly blinking away from that with the Shadow Stride on those Dark Templar. The DTs. The Dave Test is in the house. Yo. You guys know that DT does not actually stand for Dark Templar. It stands for Dave Testa. Alright, ship weapons is on its way for Mr. ByuN. A little later, it's like 14.5 minutes in the game. We are in the late game, but kind of an awkward time. It's his ship weapons +1. Again, kind of a scrappier start. This base looks like it might be in some trouble. It's not like super consequential. MaxPax, if I'm going to be honest with you, the pylons. The supply altogether much more so. Stalker's doing a good job fighting. The Medivacs does catch 2 of them. A lot of the Terran army's exposed and is going to go down. Only 1 full Medivac. Both Medivacs have taken damage. MaxPax ain't 90 workers. I don't know how much I agree with that in PvT for this time. It could be good for like Gateway Man, etc. I mean, ByuN hasn't been able to secure these bases, but he's got several CCs completing. That is a bit of a problem. No other tech transitions for MaxPax as he goes into +3 ground armor and +1 shields. ByuN going into 3-3. That +1 ship weapons is finishing up. The armies are going to encroach in the center of the map. Not so much a war of attrition. Right, there's just kind of a little bit of a skirmish going on there. Nothing too crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Zarl the Zealot tried leading the charge. All he did was meet his maker as he tried to deny the 5th base. He's greeted with an entire army of ByuN. Disruptor is going to miss again. Fax has a ton of disruptors, but he's going to need more hits. Okay, disruptors are going to take out the Ghost, damaging the Marauders, not killing them, as you know that is the recent nerf to the Disruptor. A larger area, it's actually reverting an area back to what it used to be. goodness. Decent Novas. MaxPax, though, losing a lot of his army. Has to be careful. Points up a lot of the Marauders here. Zealots coming in the flank. The Disruptors trying to run back. More Zealots. A beautiful surrounding planetary fortress is in a pretty good spot, though. Beautiful EMPs from ByuN. But the Novas are coming in strong. The boys taking some damage. Oh my god, so many ghosts are dying. The army supply is so damn close. Honestly, between both of them, the Vikings kind of useless for the moment. Oh, actually, they're not. They could have killed that War Prism, but now come the Stalkers. Gonna save that. GG's call. MaxPax, in a very scrappy way, does take game number 1. What a game. That was pretty wild. We started off with a little bit of a proxy gate action. Not quite in time. And, yeah. Oh, bear with me. I have to re-log in because this is pre-patch. The replays get a little bustified between them. Now let's get ourselves in the game number 2 here. MaxPax versus ByuN. We're going to be going on to Whispers of Gold for this one. And again, guys, this is the Online Sports Championship mid-season playoffs. We're on Season 2 of 2024. Do us a favor, go to OSCesports.com. And they actually have a Ko-Fi too, Ko-Fi.com/OSCesports. Right, guys, here we are, game number 2, if it ever pulls up. Bear with me here, it takes a minute because, an older game. Spawning the upper right-hand corner. Whispers of Gold, as I said, in the blue Protoss probes. He's from Denmark. His team is Psystorm Gaming. Give it up for MaxPax. And his opponent in the upper left. He's a little bit of a Chad, I might say. He's from Korea. Stands about, I don't know, 5'9", 5'10". The red, Heron, SCVs. Let me fix this, by the way. It is ByuN from Shopify Rebellion. The proxy racks right to the face, by the way. Busy goofing around and having the scores and positions I don't like. But right next to MaxPax's pylon, just out of range, is a Rax. And MaxPax does not scout it just yet. A bold move from ByuN. Well, folks, again, we're into another scrappy game, it would appear. We'll see. This could be a quick one. On either side, it could either be well defended. Let's see what ByuN's cooking for us. MaxPax pretty immediately going to tell that something is amiss as he notices the barracks gone. And yeah, oops, excuse me. That was a rookie move. I just tried turning off the sounds because of all the things that transpired between. We'll see what happens from here. MaxPax opening standard, looking around the periphery here, but not really doing more than, okay, he's going to get his pylon, then he's going to scout. Well, by the time he does all this, the Reaper's going to come out. He's not even going to scout. No Zealot. In this map, I think you could wall this. He could wall this if he knew it was coming, but actually, is that walled still? I think it might be. That actually is a controlled shift-clicked Reaper. MaxPax immediately pulling the probes. Is going to save the one for now. Does he save it? Oh, looks like it's in trouble. I think he will lose the one probe for the moment. MaxPax going out for a scout of Reno, taking a look and seeing what's going down. Stalker's out. MaxPax gets that. All right, we'll see what happens here, guys. This is pretty wild. ByuN just taking a high ground CC with this, flying that barracks back home and going 1-1-1. MaxPax at least get some information inside there. Just lost the worker, and everything else is at a pretty normal time. He's going Stargate, he decides, this game. MaxPax gonna scout out the tech lab. So I guess I'm wrong. Okay, this is on the patch. At the very least, the PTR. So there is that possibility. My mistake. This This is pretty wild, though. It's a pretty recent game. But you can only watch it here, this series. Alright, so it is going to be a medevac follow-up with this. We'll see what happens from ByuN. Alright, Reaper goes down. Backs the 3 Stalkers going into a Phoenix. He wants to be able to shut stuff down. He saw the tech lab. I really like the Phoenix now. I don't know how many of you guys have been playing around with stuff like this, but I've actually done similarly myself recently. The Stalkers build 3 seconds faster. You can kind of pump Stalker out of your gateway with the delayed warp gate. And, you know, take it from there. But the Phoenixes can lift off units. It's good against Tech Lab kind of builds. Like, even if it wasn't the patch, any like factory heavy, you know, starport heavy, but the Phoenix can be pretty good. He's gonna lift off one of the Cyclones. Is he gonna kill? He does get it, but he's gonna have to be careful. He's gonna lose this Phoenix if not. Lifts off the other Cyclone. He's gonna take some serious hull damage in both. Oh my god, look at that lock-on. The old Cyclone. Well, I think this actually is the bug Cyclone is what I'm getting at. Anybody recently seeing? They did patch things again today. And, from what I gathered, I don't think they actually fixed the Cyclone totally. Could be mistaken. I didn't get a chance to play any games really on the 1v1 ladder. Have any situations where I'm paying attention to that. But we did have a patch drop just today, too. Alright, some Phoenixes coming out. Kept them all alive, but they've taken a lot of damage. One down to just 18 HP. And here comes ByuN with a decent push. Let's see, Medevac's taking some damage. He's got a Viking, another Cyclone. Marines, Cyclones, and Vikings now, apparently. Might go for another Medevac somewhere in here, but, well, in the meantime, the Phoenixes are on the other side of the map, and MaxPax is really going to need them. Yeah, he's really going to need them. He's going to need to recall them. Stalkers, of course, don't have Blink. On Twilight, MaxPax is going to have to cancel all the stuff. The shield battery, the Nexus. No shield battery in the natural. Even without overcharge, shield batteries are quite helpful. MaxPax, had he known, I think would have probably done this a little differently. Alright, nice Phoenix micro. He's lifting up the Cyclone to buy time. Try to kill the Marines, but there's not a lot of Graviton energy left. I don't think MaxPax can hold this. The landed Viking, too, doesn't help. I was going to say, if the landed Viking wasn't there, or like a factor, I'd say maybe you have a shot. But ByuN's going to take game 2, evening up the score to 1-1 in this best of 5. Welcome, Yeti. Yeti Spaghetti. Love the many glitches of things when you have music on. You're on a replay old version, you randomly start losing it. Alright. Get into game number 3 here in just a moment. But again, the OSC mid-season playoffs. The second playoffs of 2024. They kind of did. Rumor has it that, from what I've gathered, is they didn't completely fix it, no. And they messed with the mothership attack they had. Like, they broke that somehow. Of course. So the mothership attacks worse. Things got broken. It be what it be. I think it's a interesting thing. Welcome, Senju. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the unit. I think it's kind of one of those meme things they kind of snuck in there and designed, and it never got like subbed out for anything cooler. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Neon Violet Square. An old map in the blue. Psystorm Gaming, it is Mr. MaxPax, who's low ground in this game. Opponent in the upper left-hand corner. He's a red. Give it up for Mr. ByuN from Shopify Rebellion. Heron Man here. And again, rookie move, guys. Bear with me. I'm a new caster here. I've never done this before. Literally brand new. Okay, that's a lie. But, you know. We could have done that a little better. So, yeah. Again, I'm trying to keep it a little less chatty with chat. More about the game today for YouTube. Doing this exclusive series. Still doing Dave things behind the scenes here. Well, that's kind of lame. For you in chat, but... Alrighty. Now here we are, guys. Barracks Factory double gas opener from ByuN. MaxPax with ballsy low ground expansion. Right off the rip. And welcome Tom Thompson. Are these old maps suddenly back in rotation? It was... Every season we usually have some old ones. I think it was kind of a foolish one because we have a lot of map. People can like old maps or lump them. Plenty of us do. It's kind of a slap in the face at this point of StarCraft where we have people still making maps. StarCraft 2, that is. In this tournament, however, in OSC tournaments, they actually have other maps that are used older because this is a tournament. And this is the upper bracket finals of the mid-season playoffs. So you might see some other old maps. Like I've casted several OSC events. They're here on my YouTube. I used to do it live on Twitch. And the thing is, you get a cool select. They tend to select some blasts from the past. Like we had Eternal Empire and Everdream and Nightshade and Death Aura snuck in the mix over the last couple of years, to name a few. And it's been pretty cool. It's made for some cool games with old maps and new patches and different metas, and kind of breaks it up from the norm, you know. Welcome Tom Thompson, though, again. Everybody here. The prize pool for the series, well, that's the whole event. So we have to break it all down, Abel Bacon, after. I guess I'll talk to you guys in chat anyways. For those of you, the YouTube VOD watching after, we are doing this live, so smash that subscribe button. Likely you'll see an OSC or OSC partnered event here, such as the Pegasaur Monday tournaments, the Korean Starcraft League, which is run by Chicken Man and myself, to name a few others. All right. A big shout out to Eddie and all OSC for bringing us all these events for years, going back to like 2011 or something. We're gonna go back. I could be wrong. 2013 at their latest. If I'm not mistaken. All right. Blink is finishing up here in a little bit. Their chrono would really shorten the distance for that. Will be a little bit helpful, considering ByuN's right at the door. Again, no shield battery. I feel like Protoss are just skipping shield batteries, even though we don't have overcharge. All the more reason you could use it. Right. Alright, Cyclone and Stalk. Well, Cyclone and Siege Tag are out. The Stalkers are here with some Blink, but it's only 4 of them. MaxPax still going to go for this third base. You should have went for the... In a case like this, guys, just hear me out. So on this map in particular, you have 4 mineral patches. So you can mine with 8 workers optimally. And truth be told, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. MaxPax can blink right on the tail. Why doesn't he blink forward? Okay, I guess he mitigates that as much as he can, but I feel like he's going to lose some more. Yeah, if he just takes the back base, it's so much safer. Sure, it's only like half a base. You still have just as much gas, though. And at the end of the day, hell, you can take the gases if you played it out, or you at least have extra mining. So I think it's just a safer play when you know you're getting pushed in, like against a double gas build and a player like ByuN. Typically pretty aggressive. See, ByuN's taking the half base, and he is Terran and he can mule on it, but... Alright, we'll see what happens here. Dark Shrine from MaxPax. He goes, well, heck and heck. Does have the War Prism. Landed Viking from ByuN, by the way, is going to shoot through a lot of these probes. Still, MaxPax does defend. And more than that, I wonder if that Viking saw the Dark Shrine. Let's take a look at ByuN's vision. He did not see the Dark Shrine. Observer, wait. War Prism's still here. Dark Shrine's a ways away, but at the end of the day, ByuN is kind of sniffing this out, I feel like. He's getting a missile turret in the mineral line. It is natural. And it is for a War Prism too, but... it'd be very shocking to be a Stargate, even if you're playing against this ram. After all this, I'm saying. Good defense from ByuN. I don't know, MaxPax is taking quite a bit of hull damage in these Stalkers. The trades looking like ByuN's doing just fine. A delay on the third base for MaxPax is rough, and well, he's just finishing it up now, so ByuN... he doesn't have an orbital yet, though, so I guess... small thing, still. ByuN at 51 workers, I think that pretty much sums it up. This is probably one of the most behind Dark Shrines you can have. The true definition of a when behind Dark Shrine. MaxPax's not even using it. He actually is going to have a missile turret here now. Had he sharked around with the War Prism a bit, he could have actually gotten some damage with it. I don't think that's going to be the case. It could be behind the third base, maybe poking up here. Those two missile turrets going to be a huge problem for the Prince of Denmark. Ooh. Oh, nice scout from MaxPax. Sends the one Stalker to just poke and prod and take a look. He literally just senses it. Forces ByuN to pull those two medevacs back. He's going to drop. Expecting something aggressive. It's too dank Templar here. But guess what? There's a missile turret right here. More being built. Oh, no. ByuN doing what they didn't want us to do in the patch, right, guys? To prevent turtling. Gonna turtle up, but that's what you gotta do sometimes. It's Terran. Honestly, I'm really liking ByuN's position. If we look at the graphs, he's just been leading the income all game. We're only 8 minutes in, so we're just in the mid-game still, approaching the late game. The MaxPax is sure as heck behind. Going into +1 charge, finishing up here in a minute. He literally is relying on Blink Stalkers and maybe the DTs or an Archon. Can't see this Observer. Not at the moment. MaxPax is going to scout this. Oh, man. MaxPax almost was able to disable Concussive if he got in there in time, but ByuN's close by. MaxPax going in with the DTs. ADT saves it. Saves the War Prism. And these Stalkers are kind of in a rough spot, too. MaxPax going for an Immortal. He had a Robo-Bay finish up. Maybe he forgot about it. He's just skipping the Colossus altogether. And, yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Again, apologies for the music. I'm gonna have to go and just put a different music track on for Starcraft. Do my own music instead of the game music. In fact, I think that is exactly what we'll do. Because it's not seeming to work so well. All right, one medevac is taken out. See what happens from here. Yeah, and he's turtling now behind it because he knows MaxPax he's ahead. And he doesn't have to go and like just push and end it. Is my point. Send you in chat. When I say he's turtling, he's kind of like, well, we're gonna sit back, we're gonna regroup. MaxPax is gonna try to poke and prod at us, and he's got DTs. He found out, so it's smart play. It's calculated. Just push over here. Very likely to win the game. GG. ByuN takes it. It's now 2-1. 2-1, that is. Or Mr. ByuN. He's now leading. All right. think I'm going to do just that, as I said, because we're having such issues with the music there. We might end up with some weird songs, but... It's all Starcraft, so... Don't matter. Let me just adjust the volume so it's not too loud. Better. And let's get into game number 4 now. Good series, though. One best of 5 we have tonight. After, I'll probably be live. Maybe, we'll see. I'm just going to have to end this VOD, and then we'll go back live again in a few on Kick and YouTube. All right. Game number 4. Who's going to take it? ByuN just going to end it all right here. Or is MaxPax going to come back and put on that crown? That Danish crown for Storm Gaming. All right. Let's get this set up. All right, why did this come back on? That's odd. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, Frostline in the blue. He's Protoss. He's Danish. Again, from Storm Gaming, is MaxPax. His opponent in the upper right, in the red, he's Terran from Shopify Rebellion. Give it up for ByuN. The spicy proxy racks. The eBay block opener. We've had a bunch of everything. Alrighty. The second racks is, well, not second racks, it's the first racks. ByuN going for more racks shenanigans. As we approach which could be the last game of the OSC 2024 second season, mid-season playoff. Candace Love, what's up? How you doing? That's pretty funny. All right, anyway. We see something about a dive bar. You got a dive bar sim. Getting cloudy with your vape. Interesting. Welcome, Candace Love. If you're not subscribed, please like and subscribe. We appreciate you. All right. ByuN does have the SCV trap for... No, it doesn't look like it for a second. Alright, we got an A-pop, pretend A-pop emote in chat. Based. Send you based. I miss emotes, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so... here we are. Warp gates on the way. Adept is gonna be chrono boosted out. We'll see what happens here. Reaper getting some good value. That, Reaper wall is kind of helpful. Like, it's a bit of a in-base wall. It's all you could really do on this. Yeah, he could have Reaper walled that, actually, because the Reaper would have to go through the front, at least. First Adept is out, and it is going to be very likely a Twilight build, if I was to guess. Just, again, one Reaper. From Maximus, sorry, from ByuN, MaxPax, with the probe out. Wait, did this Reaper kill anything? Not yet. He might get a probe. Oop, MaxPax had such good micro. And he is going to lose a probe, though. Despite it all. MaxPax doesn't smell him approaching. That's a good point. Send you. That's a good point. Nice. Probe is just going out chiseling, taking a look and seeing what he can get for intel. God, this Reaper's gotten so many kills this game. Well, 2 is not so many, but 1 more than you'd hope to get. 2 more than you really hope to get, but even MaxPax is realistic expectations sometimes, guys. Map unfair. ByuN has to fight upwind all game. That's funny. That is actually really funny. Before the smell. All right, I love you guys. These comments have been based. Sanju, good to have you in tonight, and Tom coming in here. I was telling everybody before. I told Maples and Green Ultralist. Now, we're not gonna talk to chat too much. Guess what? You can take the Dave out of Twitch, but you can't take the Twitch out of Dave. Anyway. Here we are. It looks like we got 3 CCs. 2 more coming up after. The 3 CC follow-up, very standard. Double Cyclone drop, though. This should be interesting. Right, Adept's kind of sharking around. We'll see what happens here. 2 Cyclones are the busted Cyclones, I should say. Unless, I don't know if they use the patch, or sorry, the mod that fixed that stuff like they had in Home Story Cup. Maybe not. Ooh, these Adepts getting some good work, but here comes the 2 Cyclones. Get 1 worker, 2 workers. Adepts are gonna go down. No, let's see. Does he get another worker? Gonna get at least 1 more worker. MaxPax is. He might get 2. 2 for his troubles. Look at that micro. MaxPax saves the Adept. But ByuN tries his best to get in here. That being said, the Cyclones getting microed against MaxPax, losing a lot of lost mining time, but great defense. Losing a couple probes. At the end of the day, I think that very much favors MaxPax this game. The trades are beautiful. MaxPax goes, lands at third base. He does just have Blink. Wouldn't hate to see him get like a gas after. At least 1 more gas, so get into charge, maybe drop a Robo Bay. He's probably going to go Robo Bay again first, but I think he should just go into charge. It might just be a little Assaulterino for a bit, but a lot of room for MaxPax to blink in and safely get around this. And quite possibly even an attack from 2 sides with the War Prism with 4 Stalkers. Oh no! MaxPax. He allowed the tank to get surrounded with the SCVs, but he's still going to get it. He's going to blink away. Oof. It was good micro and bad macro. In both extremes at the exact same time, but way better micro than 99.9% of us could do in chat. Okay, maybe not Maples, if Maples is still there. My boy Mape the 8. Alright. Damon Combat Shield's finishing up for ByuN. He does have an eBay. It's not going underway. MaxPax a little bit later. Charge does have a Forge to go into +1. Don't hate it. He's being aggressive, so he's... ByuN's, really gotta respect this. MaxPax actually killed a Rax, too. Killing a Barracks is huge. That's a lot of production delay. Delaying a 3rd CC, he's delaying production. ByuN's down to 42 workers. Pretty big stuff, guys. ByuN will have combat shields with the stem here in a minute, but... And some Marauders, but... MaxPax slowly chiseling at this. Would love to see him get that +1, though. He has taken that other gas. My eyes, this is a game for Templar Archives, too. Forget the Robo Bay, just go right into Templar Archives. But nothing else, Archons. For tanking the tanks. And without Ghost, Archons can do some pretty good damage. Hell, even with Ghost, if you micro them or you get good engagements. Sometimes it's just lucky or unlucky. ByuN going to push. MaxPax. Gonna probably try to micro on 2 fronts. Yeah, trying to. He's gonna pick off a couple units. Going in with the War Prism, though, and there's not a lot here. There's a little hit squad. MaxPax is gonna have to respect this. He is not paying attention, though. This army is trying to push out. MaxPax isn't letting it. Oh my god, does this Warpin finish? It does not. That is a canceled Warpin. Oh, very unlucky for MaxPax. Had that Warpin got in, I feel like that would have probably just been game pretty much. Like, ByuN would be pushing across the map, and at this point, MaxPax got a Robo Bay, +1's finishing soon. There'd be so many workers dead. Probably a lost tech lab, random stuff. Reinforcements going down. But now MaxPax is kind of not in the most... It's like he's in a good spot, but Bureau could be a little better. No, this is, unfortunately, this is played previous to that Senju. That's why I'm saying this. It's a live cast. The game's were played previously, but it's the first time they've been cast. The first time anybody's seen them. I'm just being honest. I could have pulled a fast one and lied, but somebody would pick up on it if they ended up having to watch it. I'd get called out by Patches or somebody. Or Omni Skeptic. Alright, this is an interesting fight. The Colossus goes down. MaxPax losing a lot. Oh my god, MaxPax looks so dead. But that army's so overstimmed that there's not a lot of freaking energy in the medevacs, to say the least. There's none. Whatever they healed for the moment. MaxPax actually has a chance to buy some time. He doesn't have extended thermal lance for his one Colossus. Now here comes 2 more medevacs, but they're going to go to town healing. They're not going to have a lot of energy after. MaxPax can buy time. He really needs to. It's hedged on this one Colossus. There's literally no static here. Again. The one robotic facility going down. Will extended thermal lance finish up here? Looks like it will. MaxPax trying to create a flank, or is he just doing a... What is he doing? Alright, loses his natural. ByuN is just on 2 bases. Like, ByuN got dealt a pretty heavy bloody nose earlier. And behind this, he's down to 26 workers. So... Truthfully, MaxPax pulling the boys. He knows what is up here. Tanks are cleaned up. MaxPax can't pull. He probably should just pull these workers up and just push ahead. I would never say Probe's OP in that kind of an engagement normally, but that was like exactly the right call. Your lance is extended, Tater Tutor, huh? Well, here comes ByuN with more reinforcements. Not building a single SCV. MaxPax trying to get something done. Wow, that was 3 gates depowered too. That was a beautiful hold from MaxPax. ByuN's still pumping units out, and no AoE other than the one Colossus. Literally, oh my gosh, even these workers here. That's rough. Sentries actually might help out a bunch in this case. MaxPax does have +1. ByuN has +1 weapons. Medevacs are good force. MaxPax long distance mining is actually going to be better than like 1.5 bases mining, but still. And now he's going into Archons. I don't hate it. ByuN has not been microwings or macrowings. Why? Now he's starting to, and now there's Ghost. Uh-oh. Well, all MaxPax needs, if he stabilizes a robotics facility, excuse me, and he might be in an alright spot. Send in your damage stalkers. Guess that's a mitigated loss. Ghost won't be out for another little bit, though, as the Ghost Academy's finishing up, and it's going to take them time to produce. Army supply pretty close, actually. And these medevacs, one of them has a ton of energy, the other's not so much. MaxPax trying to get zealots across the map and have units to defend. And without Ghost with this mass of the army, I don't know. The Archons getting some work done, and yeah, because if shells or not, this is actually kind of a scary army from MaxPax. Zealots coming in there. Oh, the classic ByuN Widow Mine is going to be here. The traitorous mine, too, that does help MaxPax as the Zealots does cause a little bit of friendly fire to the forward-facing Marauder. Alright, Ghosts are just slowly coming out. Getting up to 30 workers. MaxPax got that second base. It's taking a 4th. Going into more Templar. He's not going for more upgrades. He just like wants to end the game, but still, I feel like maybe even upgrades. Do something. Risk the storm. Why not? As Estrella has shown us. You don't have to worry about Ghost so much if you build like 1 million High Templar. That is not the game we are watching right now. MaxPax doing a good job of keeping ByuN at bay, and we'll see what happens as the 4th base finishes up. MaxPax finally going for that robotic facility. Pulling workers to saturate. He's at 57 to 32. Army supply 10 for ByuN, and he's got scary ghosts. Still, it's not quite the Pac-Man build, guys. ByuN doesn't have that many ghosts. Where'd that zealot go? It's just showing at the 3rd. Okay. MaxPax sharking around with stalkers, too. He wants to sandwich this army and catch him off guard. Oh, MaxPax is out of position. Oh, he's just pushing with the stalkers ahead. Oh, no, and this is mostly Archons. Sentries. The stalkers are recalled. The MP hits the front Archons, now the back. Oh my god, actually good micro from MaxPax pulling the kind of tried his best to pull the Archons back. Saved a couple. And wow. That Guardian Shield actually more than paid for those sentries. Oh my god, this is kind of a rough spot to see though. Even with the good defense. That one Colossus is 20 kills. With 20 kills, will it get more? That is the question. There's zealots postured in each position over here for MaxPax. ByuN still hasn't built this SCV since freaking... Oh, man. He hasn't built an SCV since the Whopper was 99 cents. Alrighty. Another Colossi is coming out to join the party. This one stayed alive. The John Travolta Colossus. MaxPax takes a 5th base. He's just... He could have... If he's was upgrading behind this a bit, I'm telling you. Like, say you got ground armor. That would have been so big. As the game scaled on. Because he's just so ahead. And ByuN's just forgotten how to build an SCV. For the last... He's not even mining in his main base, in fact. So this is pretty much the end of the game. ByuN really to have to move his main base down to the 3rd and start mining again and put his probes, his SCVs to work, rather. Betty wishes for a battery right now with that Colossus. Well, he has other ones. He just is. Notice this even in other recent games in MaxPax. He's not been building batteries at all on his natural. And not just him, other Protoss players. Like, I get it, but they certainly help a little. GG's called. MaxPax does not let ByuN walk away with it. MaxPax is going to bring us to a game number 5. And again, I'll be back on live in a bit. The OSC mid-season playoffs for chat. Here are the links. OSCesports.com. Wait, oops, that didn't work out. Forgive me. I'll just type it because... Oh, no, it did work. It's just YouTube chat slow. That was coincidental. OSCesports.com is their website. And Ko-Fi.com/OSCesports. In just a moment, we'll get into game number 5. The final game. What up, T-Roy, Troy, Jenkins? And again, guys, dislike, unsubscribe, and unfollow me and everything else. Just kidding. Do the opposite. All right. We are trying to get back slowly but surely in other platform game. Just because I'm absent from Twitch doesn't mean I'm not doing anything. All right, here we are, guys. Final game. Who takes it? Also, you can be a superhero. I do have a Patreon. We have donations for Streamlabs here. We got it all. And again, when the stream ends, I'll be back on Kick and YouTube. I kind of feel like just chilling, but I might just do it. I'll see what's going on, actually. All right, here we are, guys. In just a moment. A little bit of scuffness right here. But here we are, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Eternal Empire. Speaking of old maps, in the blue Protoss probes from Psystorm Gaming. He's not an AI, I swear. He's actually a buddy of mine. It's Mr. MaxPax. And representing the Terran Dominion in the bottom left-hand corner from Shopify Rebellion. Give it up for Mr. ByuN. In the red, the final match. This has been actually a banger of a series. A hell of a best of 5, so congrats to both these guys for making this far. This is the upper bracket finals, so even the loser still has a shot. I believe they'll be knocked down to the lower bracket. So pretty exciting stuff. It could lead back to the same thing for the grand finals. We're going to take a look at that bracket, too, in chat. If you type in !B or !bracket, I do have the link to the bracket for the OSC mid-season playoff for 2024. And, man, this is a good series. You know, I think this one is much to the envy of Loco and Winter, because they can't cast this. Yet. Yet. And you too can get these replays for the entire tournament and more if you become a Ko-Fi member for OSC. There's several tournaments going on. King of the Hill was just going on. I was watching Steadfast do that earlier today. The Cranky Ducklings cover stuff and Wardy as well as just Jordan. Check out all those guys. In all the events, we have the Rising Star. I'm happy to be cast in this. Like, I was like, kind of like, man, it's been a while since I had any. Well, you know, when I was still on Twitch. I'm actually really happy to have this at any rate, regardless of where we're at and what status of Starcraft Dave is anymore. Doesn't matter. We're still doing it. It's only a flesh moon. Am I right? Monty Python lovers. Tech Lab coming down is going to be a 1-1-1 for Mr. ByuN, who's just taking a high ground CC. MaxPax going Twilight. And it's Reaperless. Let's see here. That's the one probe went down. Maxi Paxi. Going double Adept again. But ByuN playing it very safe. Eternal Empire. I don't think I've met a Protoss player that does not like this map. I've played on this map in the past. I was a big fan of this map and still am. It was in the map pool forever. It's the only reason why it wasn't. But, like, truthfully, if we had an old map... Oh, something about it. For good times of StarCraft. Well, the Adept in the Cyclone trying to duke it out for the Salmaga Watchtower. Does go to ByuN after. He does lose the one Adept. The second one makes its way away. ByuN going for a drop. Cyclone leading the charge. We do have 3 Stalkers here. Again, no shield battery. MaxPax. Welcome, don't defense. Guys, just because I'm not streaming, those of you that are my regular dudes and dudettes, just because I'm not streaming at times doesn't mean you can't come to the YouTube channel. I might be putting stuff just on, not live. The game plan in the future. I'm hoping I can hold my guns and try it out. So check out the channel. You need those. You lose. You can always check it later. Alright, Marines defended pretty decently, the Cyclone as well. We did lose 1 Stalker to 2 Adepts. But altogether, it's not too bad. It's not like a horrible trade. It's realistic. ByuN behind this, well, has 1 tank going for a Liberator. Single tank. MaxPax is sending it. Just leaving 2 Stalkers defend. That's enough to pincer ByuN back. This is one again. I really wouldn't hate more charge going earlier. Viking drop again. Ay. MaxPax with the 3-gate. Blink. Trademark MaxPax. Doesn't usually deviate from his builds too often. He does from time to time, like that other game with the proxy gate. Didn't work out the greatest, but hey. I like when our boy from I like when our prince tries new things. 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the stalkers awkwardly blink in the wrong direction. MaxPax is fighting on two fronts. He's defending and fighting. Loses 8-9. 9 workers. And picks up a couple SCVs. Let's take a look at the trades. Only 3 stalkers, but 10 workers is rough. MaxPax has done a good job catching the Viking, the drop, the Marines. Getting off reinforcements, but yeah, the tank's in a pretty defensible spot. The observer will make its way out of there for now. MaxPax blinks forward. The observer goes down, but honestly, hell, it's hard to get the observer out when you're going more robo-heavy. MaxPax could get, he's trying to force the bunker to die, and he could get the refinery after it's all said and done. See what happens. Tanks are going to chase his back. MaxPax could blink up on the high ground. MaxPax! Ah! I know those stalkers are injured in the back, but he could have got up there and had like a little bit of a preemptive position. Maybe even gonna sound silly, warping in slow zealots. But died over here. Sorry guys, the downwind upwind joke before. Alright, denying stem can be pretty big as long as he doesn't throw away all these stalkers. Ay. The cyclone's out. Yeah, I think MaxPax took a little bit too much damage for that, though. I mean, didn't lose the stalkers, but still. It's crazy to think, though, how expensive stalkers are as the game scales. They're pretty decent earlier on. They're always necessary. Often necessary, I should say. Especially in PvT. But as the game scales, they're very expensive. Like, kind of mid-shooty boys. Alright, ByuN is getting a 3rd CC behind this all. I do like that from our Korean Terran man. Our tank going up here in the high ground. Oh, wait, the tank on the low ground. That's such a beautiful spot. Such a beautiful spot. Charges on the way. MaxPax going for a 4th base. More gates. He's playing like Gateway Man with the +1. Going into a Robo Bay, though. I don't know. MaxPax army supply is pretty good, but, like, he needs to not fight into this. Like, that's... No. Keeping ByuN pincered back, like, that's the play for sure, but keeping map information, pressure, and not falling for it is probably the smarter move. See if we get one Big Daddy Immortal behind this. ByuN going into the infantry armor. Has been building SCVs, so can't go take this 3rd base. He's decided to make the orbital on the high ground. MaxPax does see the push with the Zealot, but he's going to take a Warp Prism and go in. There is a missile turret right here, though. MaxPax picking off a tank. That could be big. Oh, my goodness. He's going to recall over. 4th base finishing up. All right. Nice little drop. Oh my god, this could be huge for MaxPax. GG, MaxPax takes it, and a little bit of luck right there as much as he scouted. That is it. That is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Well played by MaxPax. Well played indeed. And big thank you to OSC putting this on. That's all she wrote for this series.
He's got himself a good old yeehaw!
And we even got a yeehaw in there.
Right on him!
Well, thank you guys. As I was saying, I did deviate from what I said in the future. When we do some of this stuff live, if I get other stuff like this, I'll try to limit the chat to between things. Or maybe even ignore you. Because it's going to be for the VOD. Just for those times. But it's a live tournament altogether. Different. Guys, thank you to OSC, Eddie, all of you guys. Make sure you visit oscesports.com. Again, here it is. Let me get my cam. Oh, my camera's on this time. Surprised us. All right, so we have a bunch of things. Let's go to the medals one. It's right here. Going back all the way to Mr. Pig in 2013. Okay, I was kind of right. Was the later of it, but still, a lot of money going to Starcraft since then. And we can go through the World Championships coming up. They're actually in the description I have. I'm going to link it for YouTube chat. Have it in my video description, or should be. Let me get this for you. We're trying to fundraise on Indiegogo. It's kind of like it's kind of like GoFundMe or something like that. You can help support the World Championship 2024 going into 2025. And we do appreciate it. So with that said, we also have Rising Star, King of the Hill, the playoffs to the championship, etc. It's been going on for 11 years. Insane. He recalled knowing that would work. Yep, the king has risen true, Tom Thompson. He's no longer the prince, he's the king. So guys, before I go, do me a favor. Again, please like and subscribe this video. Also check me out on Twitter. X.com/Dave Testa. And on Kick, I'm Dave Testa SC. Just like the YouTube. Alright guys, I'll be back in a few. Literally, it's going to take a bit to pause this with a little bit of live Starcraft streaming. And a regular old ladder stream. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to take a little break. We'll be back live to Kick and YouTube. And thank you for watching and hanging.